Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in on this happy Tuesday. I hope that you all are doing well. I was trying to wait and see if anyone else will go live, but I guess it would be me today. I hope that your day is going well. I hope that you are safe. I hope that you are having a productive day. We are about to get into some quick topics, and I'm going to try not to be too long. As you all know, I just have things on my mind and I want to share them with you all. If you don't mind. Um sure this is not showing up. Give me one moment. While I um get to our first topic, just want to say welcome to my channel. I am Discerning Goddess. And on this channel, we are CU the University of Colorado supporters and fans. We are Coach Prime supporters and fans, and we are absolutely biased when it comes to Colorado football. If you are here for um a game analysis or something like that, or just to revisit different things in terms of our games. That's not what I do. I do discuss topics that do um, that are adjacent to our players and that are adjacent to our coaches and that are football friendly. But for the most part, on this platform, we love to highlight the greatness and the talents of young people, and we sometimes discuss the issues that we have in our community with the hopes of coming together with a solution. A lot of times you will find that people will talk about the problem, but they will not give a solution. So that is something I definitely strive to do over here. But for today, we will like I said, we will discuss an array of topics. I hope that one or two of them will interest you to possibly come up on the panel and give your insight or give your opinion or share your theory. I am welcoming, depending on the time that we have left. So I'm gonna try to get through the topics rather swiftly and see if we have time for panels today. But as you all know, with Colorado football, we are coming off of a bye week and headed into a game with Texas Tech. So, with that, we're just getting ready for football. I hope that all of our players were able to get some R&R rest and relaxation, as well as get some treatment for whatever injuries they were experiencing, all the hurts and soreness that they also experienced playing the different football games. So with that, I hope that everyone comes back at least 100% healthy or close to 100% healthy as we approach our next game, which is this Saturday, November the 9th, against Texas Tech. Okay, at Texas Tech. So we are very excited about our talent that we have on Colorado football, on the Colorado football team. We are excited about the brotherhood that we are witnessing among our young men and how they are supporting one another and how they are enjoying football. It's one thing to be competitive, but it's a whole nother thing to enjoy what you do. So we are just excited as aunties and uncles to be able to experience history in the making with Coach Prime Deion Sanders. So I don't know about you and what you will be doing on Saturday, but I will be somewhere getting ready for football, getting my having my schedule in place, making sure everything is taken care of, and I am in place to see our young men take the field. So, with that being said, there's so much talk about our winning team. In case you have not noticed, my title today, my title is very intentional, the winning team, and I mean that because when it comes to Coach Prime, when it comes to his coaching efforts, when it comes to Shador, Travis, and all of the players, they are indeed a winning team. I don't care what anybody has to say because how can you win on a bye weekend when you're not even playing the game? You are the topic of everybody's conversation. You're running the internet. You uh after all is said and done, when all the games are played, you move up in rank. So they are definitely the winning team. So I don't know how anybody could not understand that. So I just had to explain. And we expect to win everything. So with that being said, I would love to know what are your expectations? What do you think is going to happen this upcoming season? Hi, Miss Shirley Campbell. How are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence and I love you for your support. So as we get ready for our young men, our nephews, and everyone to go back to Texas for many, we have just like we have a lot of Florida boys on our team, we have a whole lot of Texas. We have a lot of Texas players and Texas nephews on our team. So just like the family and everybody came to Florida to support them when they played UCF, we can pretty much look for and expect the same thing at this game. That's good to know, Miss Shirley. Thank you so much. Um, if you stick around, I probably have a question or two for everybody in just a moment. So, yeah, Coach Prime is going back to Texas. He was there during the bye week hanging out. Did y'all? I don't know about y'all, but every time I see that ranch, it just makes me more inspired. And more inspired too, because that is one of my biggest, dreams and things that I want to do, and that is acquire land. I kind of know how to do the property and real estate good, but my biggest goal right now is positioning myself to acquire land at least 12 acres. But if I can get more, I'm going to get more. But every time I see Coach Prime down at Prime Ranch, it just makes me more and more excited about, going in and cultivating land in some way, somehow, creating my own estate. So he is definitely inspiring many. I don't know about y'all, but I am motivated and inspired every time the cameras are on Prime Ranch because I get so many ideas of my own. I would love to know how you all feel about I know we all love the land, and he loves it too. Like you can tell when Coach Prime goes home, when he's on the ranch, he's just a different type of uh calm. He's just so happy. You know, it's like it's almost like he don't even want to leave. You can tell he miss his house, y'all. You can tell he miss it. Prime Ranch is something special, and it is a sight to behold. And in my opinion, that is one of the reasons that a lot of our media people just can't accept him um in the position that he's in because like my uncle said once, it is a beautiful place. Like my uncle said he said it's one thing for a person to need you. You can tell that you can pretty much dictate and direct what they do. But when you're dealing with a man who don't need your money or nothing, He's a free man. And every time I see Coach Prime, I see a free man and his thinking and his actions and everything. Hi, Matt. Welcome to the show. You say he literally don't have to go anywhere. He can build it on his own land. I know exactly. I'm sure there's more that we haven't seen. I do have a family member who lives deep in the woods over in Michigan. They have gas tanks on their property. You hear me? The tankers come and put gas on my family member in their property tanks. Like they gas up at the house. That's how much land they have. And like I said, I'm pretty sure there are areas of the range that we haven't seen because it looks like, I know who's the former backup QB that left and he was mad because Shador had 6 cars, but baby, it looked like they got 56 cars. You say he's already talking about building a playground. I saw that for his grandson. I know, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the most amazing obstacle courses we can see on somebody's property at their house, honey. They're not gonna have to leave the house for anything. You hear me? Shador and Shiloh have their own custom made apartments. Baby Snow has a top notch uh athletic obstacle course of a playground. It's just amazing. And I love to see it. And I love to see it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and honestly, that is my goal. At first I was looking for at least 9 acres, but now it's changed to 12. And so that's my goal. That's my goal, y'all. I'm telling y'all, one day I'm just gonna go missing, and I'm gonna come back, and you gonna see me standing around with a hard head on and some boots, watching them bulldoze all the trees off the property I just brought. Yup, yup. So yeah, I mean, every time I see him on Prime Ranch, I just get happy inside for him because he is so happy being there. He's so calm. It looks like being he probably I know he loves being in Colorado, but however, it's a different type of peace when I observe him on Prime Ranch. So, and I love that for Coach Prime. I really do because it has not been a easy road being a head coach. So, if he can get away to experience his peace on his land, you know, where he lays his law, I love it. I love it. You say a pool, a basketball court, a football field, 2 lakes. I mean, dang, what more do you need? Now listen. And then he got staff out there working the land that don't look. When he pulled up, when he asked that man at the barn, I say, "Oh my goodness, you are rich." That's his fake name is Rich Blackman, right? Rich black man. He pulled up and asked the other man. I'm like, this gonna make the people so mad, Coach Prime, to see you got white workers out there taking care of your land. Oh my goodness. How you doing, Killer Dog? How you doing, baby? Welcome to my show. Thank you for being here. Meg, you noticed that too? I was tickled on the inside. I said, Coach Prime about to start a whole he about to make the people go crazy as we embark upon today, which is election day. For those of you who do take part in your civic duty and and this what we call democracy, and you cast your vote, today is the official voting day. If they don't know, now they know, and those that know. And some of them don't want to say it, but as long as they know, he is like that. That is correct. So today is voting day here in the United States. So for the past couple of weeks, and I say some months, we have been seeing the weirdest thing happening with some of the NFL players um, expressing their choice, and it's most of the time been, in the direction of the redhead people for the orange man. And today is no different. We see here Patrick Mahomes' mother wears a AGA hat during the Chiefs games and encourages the public to vote for the orange man. Huh. It's always the caucasity for me. Okay. That's good to hear, Killer Dog. I'm glad you're doing well. It be the caucasity for me because, like I said, if them people showed up, bedazzled out, and Harris this and Harris that, because today we're wearing Chucks and Pearls. To all my girls out there, all the classy women, it's Chucks and Pearls. So if you happen to be out and about and you see a sister in her Chucks and Pearls, just give her a good smile because you already know she done handled business today or sometime during early voting era. So that is the way we are showing unity all over America is we are bedazzled out and decked out in our chucks and pearls, in unison with Madam Vice President. You are correct. People in high places should, because for real, unless you want to see if you have influence to pull people in another direction. But I believe that the Orange Man was a train wreck, and whatever support he had, a lot of it jumped off the train before it crashed to the wall. That's just how I see it. Um, and my personal opinion, and as far as that goes, based on all the policies that I have read, done my own research, and testimonies that I've heard, I will just go out and I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move along. A vote for Madam Vice President is a vote for your mom, your sisters, your wives, and your daughters. Okay, and that's where I am going to leave it. However, I don't, it doesn't matter who you vote for. Just go and have your voice heard. But I did want to highlight how individuals in the NFL community, have expressed themselves to support, this individual. And you can tell a lot by a person with the company that they keep. And so it's unfortunate for Patrick Mahomes because I believe he's biracial. Um, so hopefully he talked to his mom and told her don't embarrass him like that because I would definitely tell my parents, please don't do that no more. Seriously. So that is that. And as we move right along into our CU news, we want to before I go there, Mac, when you were talking about the playground, I had to pull up some footage for us. I'm sorry. I forgot. Did y'all see did y'all see Coach Prime singing nursery rhymes to his baby? I've never heard nursery rhymes like that before. Coach Prime has his own thing going on. Like, remember he told the children, when he don't believe in Santa Claus. He told his children, "Don't nobody buy them gifts but him."
In war.
Like he ain't bringing no white man in there and,
You know
and,
what
and
Jack
giving
went
the
up the
white
hill
man
for.
all the credit
Okay?
for buying
Yeah.
all the gifts. Hold on.
Okay. Let me see the other one. What's another one? Humpty Dumpty. He got pushed. We gotta keep it a buck. We're not gonna grow you up like that. You're not gonna. I'm trying to raise a dog and you're gonna be a cat. Tell you the truth. Who else? What other story I told you, babe, when y'all was young? Cause I tell y'all the truth as well, and he got to hear the truth. What else I tell y'all? Okay, you want to stand up? I got you. And the best thing about grandchildren, you get them back to their mama. Get them back to your mama. Get back to your dad. There you go. There you go. Don't stop. Then here's some loot. Don't stop.
Why you
Get it.
singing
Get
Luke
it.
to the
Don't
baby,
stop.
Coach
Get it.
Prince?
Get it. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. Yep. Which
Prime is crazy. Why would you say Luke to that baby? That baby don't. Anyway, here we go again. Hold on. Maybe this
She
one.
got pregnant. Okay, we not gonna have that.
He said
I'm gonna let you get married.
Mary had a
Okay,
little lamb got
Jack
pregnant.
and Jill, and go up the hill and get in the water.
What they went up there
Mm-mm.
for?
You know what Jack went up the hill for?
Yeah, what did
Okay,
Jack and Jill go up the hill
girl.
for?
Okay, let me see the other one. What's another one? Humpty Dumpty. He got pushed. We gotta keep it a buck. We're not gonna
That
grow
was
you up
new
like
too.
that. You're not gonna. I'm trying to raise a dog, and you're gonna be a cat. Mm-mm. Tell you the truth. Who else? What other story I told you, babe, when y'all was young? 'Cause I tell y'all the truth as well, and he got to hear the truth. What else I tell y'all? Okay, you want to stand up?
Coach Prime is hilarious. I don't know. I don't know what they went up there for. You say Shador Shalom and Shiloh would traumatize his kids when he told them that we got to find that clip. I mean, this was enlightening to me. I kind of enjoyed nursery rhyme time with Coach Prime. Okay, this is going to be a thing. I'm loving the fact that we're going to be able to watch Snow grow into himself, and we're going to enjoy more nursery rhyme time with Coach Prime, because I did not know Mary had a little lamb and that was a baby. I did, and I guess I'm just green. And Jack and Jill went up to here. I really thought they was going to fetch some water. I did. Don't laugh at me, Mac. And then when he said Humpty Dumpty got pushed, I said, "Oh, that makes sense." I was really into it. You guys, Coach Prime a mess. You say he a real life major pain, the little engine that could. To listen, listen. It's going to be a joy and a pleasure to experience this baby's growing up among his granddad, because I'm looking forward to more nursery rhyme with Coach Prime. I don't know about y'all. All Floyd Mayweather give us is a baby that be beating the hell out of what they call them punching bag things in the gym. The little boy, he teaching that little boy how to fight, which is good. He should know how to defend himself. But I want to see little KJ doing some other stuff at this point. He's about 3 or 4 now. So can KJ read? Can he write? Is he what KJ doing? So yeah, so I enjoy Coach Prime. I love to see Floyd Mayweather with his grandson. So this is a thing, you guys. I'm loving it. I am loving it. So with that being said, let me turn on some music. Y'all already know what time it is over here. Um, we are CU bias. We love to see locker room after that win. I have to give it to them. I'm excited for them. If you're not excited to witness what is happening, something is wrong with you. I'm just going ahead and say it. Something is wrong with you if you're not excited to watch us win and go all the way. So with that being said, let's get into our show, you guys. So after the win with Cincinnati before the bye week, we have our nephew Isaiah Augustus from here in Florida, up the street in Naples. He received the Big 12 Conference Newcomer of the Week award. I don't know what you're talking about. You mean I got $500 of cash on me? Sure, I'll take that. Mac, you over here got jokes. You need me to send you the link to come on the panel? And I hope I sound better than I did the other day, y'all. I'm clearing up. I feel better. My throat feels better, and I'm not coughing as much. So I had to get over that hump. But so with Isaiah Gustav coming off of that Cincinnati win, he was the Big 12 newcomer of the week. Good for him. He had 22 carries, 91 yards, one touchdown, and 10. missed tackles forced. So, and that was versus Cincinnati. We definitely want to say great job, Isaiah. We are looking forward to seeing you again this week. I think he's our healthiest running back that we have, if I'm not mistaken. But if that is not true, y'all go ahead and put the other running backs in the chat box. And I would like to know, I haven't heard anything unless there was a presser that I missed. What's the update on Makai Welch? Um and what's the other young man name? Hayden. He did play a little bit in this game. So, but not that much. I know he had like a injured ankle, but you could tell he wasn't 100. So Isaiah basically has been carrying the running back room. I call him Makai. See, you wasn't at that show when I said until he comes and say, Auntie, it's not Makai, it's Micah. I'm gonna call him Makai. Here's why. As an educator, I have had at least three students, maybe four, and their names have been Makai. And that is exactly how they spell their names, man. So I'm gonna call him Makai until he say, "Ma'am, please, my name is not Makai." He's gonna be Makai over here. So that's what I'm talking about, Michael. You guys, Makai Welch. You missed that line. Us educators, when we get a name right, we stick with it. So it's that spelled that way. And every time I've seen it, it's been Makai. So he's gonna have to be Makai over here in my classroom. Okay, Makai. You say he should be healthy. It's only a hamstring. Yeah, yeah. I know that was painful, but I hope to see him back this week because he's definitely a impactful running back, and I'm pretty sure he's been, you know, wanting to get out there in the game. And with the other story that we have is our nephew LeJontay. He's no longer number 10. We were just getting used to him being in number 10 after seeing Xavier in number 10, right? We had just gotten used to number 10 with LeJontay, and here we go. LeJontay is no longer number 10. He had to get off the number 10. Coach Prime did a big one on that. And on here, we got to see Coach Prime bless him with the number one jersey. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jennifer. We got to see Coach Prime bless him with the number one jersey, and he was so excited, ecstatic. We're gonna put a pin in it right here, y'all. Give me a moment. Let me pull up the presser real quick. Don't go anywhere. Hold on.
Just take our time and let it come. But you got to understand that also comes with the performance of the defense. So it may seem like it's just the offense, but if we're giving up points in the same token, that's the defense. That's not the offense. If the offense goes out there and score, we up 14-0 and we don't score for a quarter or so, but we give up points. That's not just the offense. That's the defense as well. So we just got to play a great collective game, offense,
Can
defense, as
you
well as
all
special
see and
teams.
hear
That's
the
the goal.
press
That's the challenge.
conference?
Unrelated to that, I was wondering when you sit down and cut on the film for an opponent, if you had a checklist without getting too specific, what are the first few things you're looking for?
How well they run the ball, um, how well they stop the run, how physical they are. Are they getting to the ball? Where are their vulnerabilities? I'm looking for where can we attack? Where are your vulnerabilities? And we build it from there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Scott Proctor, DNVR. Obviously, Travis this past weekend kind of made the rounds. Going
Yeah,
Fox and
yeah.
kickoff college game. How cool was that to kind of see him kind of officially, so to speak, kind of launch his Heisman campaign?
Well, I like it because that's what everybody else has been doing, right? And it's been a presidential campaign where that's all you see. Boy, it's good for working for them. It might as well work for Travis. And I think it did. Now he's like touted the first person, like the number one person in that. And all he has
We're
to
gonna
do
talk
now is
about
just
that
be
today,
consistent and be
y'all.
Travis. That's it. I I thought
That's
it
on
was
my
great.
agenda.
I love the way he expressed himself, the way he articulated himself, and his presence on television was phenomenal. Like he's a lovable, likable young man, and I'm proud of him. The funny thing to me, I just saw him. I mean, just saw him. It had to be 1 o'clock in the morning. He riding four wheelers around the property, just, and I'm just hearing this, like thinking to myself, you better not fall off this darn four wheeler. The whole country is going to be at my throat if you fall off this four wheeler. But the four wheeler just gives off the sound that is going faster than he was because he knows better. Then I see deer flashing from one side of the property and he chasing the deer. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not lying. Then next thing I know, we got a shooting range. We do things and he's pop, pop, pop. I'm hearing all that. Like, then I'm thinking my mama's gonna go crazy because she's trying to sleep. But then I'm thinking, well, my mama can't hear like she used to hear, so she probably can't even hear it. I'm thinking all these thoughts are going in my head. Then I wake up because I didn't go to bed to 2 something or whatever that night because we was playing taboo, like family taboo, couples taboo or whatever. And Travis, I wake up and see him on television. I just bust out laughing. Like you just left. Like when did you leave? Like I didn't even know he was going to make the rounds that early. But we know we have a private airport. I think 15 minutes from the crib, and he must have got up. He had to only sleep on the plane. There's no way. And I'm sitting there thinking only Travis has that type of energy that he could go all day like that and go city to city. I think he was in like 4 different cities in one day. But he had a good time. He told me he had a wonderful time, and I'm proud of him, man. He had to. He had to.
Hey, Coach Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. Kind of in a similar light. Last year, you guys were searching all season to find someone opposite Travis at cornerback to kind of step
Mhm.
up. This year, DJ has kind of been very consistent from the start. I mean, just how impressed you have said many times that you believe he's a
I'm
future
gonna talk
one-star
Yeah,
about
corner. I
that
mean,
I
how
think
too.
impressed with you or
They
him
talk
we've
about
seen so
everything on
far?
I
my
think
agenda.
DJ is definitely he has the potential to be a number one draft pick, first round draft pick. Colton Hood is another person who has that potential as well.
Y'all so sweet. Thank
Preston
you.
Hodge has done a wonderful job, as well in the secondary, and we have others that just hadn't gotten that opportunity yet. But to reach in your bag and close your eyes and to bring 3 or 4 of those guys that loves to bump and run out the womb, like I like that. And those type of guys attract other guys that love to play in that style. And the thing that they have in common, I think Preston isn't as tall, but all those guys are long and lanky like I like them. They're at least 5'11", 6 foot, long arms, verticals, unbelievable. All of them are basketball players in high school. They could hoop. I mean, they got it. So
They got it.
I
That's
love
right,
that
Coach
about
Prime.
the corners. That's the way we go out and recruit and try to pick those certain type of young men. And it
Mm-hmm.
just took a little time to get them, and now we got them calling. We got them calling, and they know ain't hard to find. And we gonna prayerfully make another selection round like we did last year, and even top that.
It should
We
get better
good.
and
Thank you
better
all.
each
God bless you.
year. Of course, I'll bless you with some wings, Mac. Be nice. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I thought I lost my time. Okay, we're gonna put a pin in this, y'all. Let's get into some things. Let's get. Oh,
Hello,
who is
everybody.
this?
Hello, everybody.
Who is this? Who you is, baby? I know who you is, but you gotta wake up,
Isaiah, you guys
honey.
are heading on the road again. Last two road games,
Isaiah.
27-point wins. What do you think, from your perspective, makes it that you guys play better on the road recently?
Really, just the preparation we put in
You
during
fine,
the
Jen.
week. We just come out and focus, and we got it one goal, and that's to make it to playoffs.
That's our
I just
nephew
said how
who
you
we just
spent your bye
started.
weekend was it
Got
much
you
needed
talking about.
to kind of get away and get a break
Wake up,
from
baby.
football physically and mentally.
The way I spend my body, taking care of my body, staying in shape, and just getting ready
Mm-hmm.
for Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm. That's
Isaiah,
all you
Coach Flea mentioned to us recently that after you fumbled in the CSU game, you told him that's not going to happen again. Could you talk a little bit about that moment and kind of has that kind of catapulted you, just kind of that focus on taking care of the football here recently?
Uh, well, when I fumbled, I was, of course, like angry, but
From
want. You
everyday
heard me
fashion
like I was on commercial. Uh-uh.
if I want to be on that field, if I want to get on the football field, I gotta have ball security. So I take care of the ball.
Hey, Isaiah, as the weeks go by, when you kind of stack some wins, start feeling better about yourself, are you starting to see more buy-in from this team? Kind of, everybody kind of going, oh, well, we do really have something we can get to here.
Definitely. It just bring more confidence in everybody, and just like we already know that like we got the ability and got the people to
These
do it.
some messy little
That
questions
just
they
bring more
be
confidence to
asking these.
everybody.
They know not to ask Coach Prime nothing like that.
Isaiah,
They be
Harrison
asking
Simmons,
them
Scope of
messy
Sports.
questions.
Have you noticed with some of the runs recently, the offensive line has kind of been helping you out and pushing you forward? How has it been in the locker room? Has there been any sort of change in philosophy or habits about running the ball? And how has it felt to be the centerpiece of that?
Uh, we all just stick together. Even when the run game's not working, we all just stick together. And I just go over there and encourage the guys. Oh, is that even though we had a bad drive, we're gonna pick it up next drive. We just stay
That's
together, and
right. Good
if
answer,
we stay
baby.
together, the run game's gonna keep working.
Good answer. Good
Curious, we
answer.
saw Travis making the rounds the other day on TV. Is that fun for you guys as a team to see him getting that notoriety and being on
I don't
TSU
like
and being a big
Brian
deal and things like
Howell.
that?
Definitely. It's just like I mean, you see
He's
him put in
trying
the
to see
hard
if
work
they're jealous
for
of
it
Travis
every
with
day.
that
It's
question.
just like he deserves it.
Brown Schools from Ralph Report. You guys are 5 games into Big 12 play now. As somebody with SEC experience, what are kind of the biggest differences between SEC football and Big 12 football?
Uh, well, with the team with the team we have right now, ain't no really a difference. I mean, the SEC got SEC guys on the team, and there's no difference
Yes,
really. It's
Matt.
just
Jimmy is
playing
very
ball,
professional and very
building the
clean
family
in
over
his
here.
media training.
Hi,
I
Isaiah.
have noticed it.
Last year you rushed for 101 yards against FIU and then 91 yards against Cincy this year. Do you just like have a sense when you're gonna about to have a big game, or do you just have a sense of just like fitting in, like where you're fitting in, kind of sort of just like having, you know?
No, really, I just go in every game. Now I have the best game I ever had. And last week it just happened to be a good game for me.
As Tyler King with the Denver Gazette, you had 22 carries last game too. I mean, what was the kind of rhythm like, and how good did it feel to kind of get into a good workload like that against Cincinnati?
Definitely love getting the
Look
ball
at the
fed to me.
comments. Somebody talking about
It's
the
just
F
I
are
know
these
run the ball.
questions.
Gotta get yards. Coach told us that we gotta run the ball in order for us to pass the ball. So that's what we're doing.
Hey, Isaiah. What are you seeing from Texas Tech's defensive front, and how do you feel like you're going to navigate that box?
Um, I'm not too worried. I'm not too much worried about them. I'm really just preparing on focus on my preparation and
That's
the team
right.
for preparation.
That's right. Great response. Love it. That's right. Yes. He nailed that interview, y'all. He didn't take the bait. He did not take the bait. He did it, y'all. Come on, what you gonna say, Mark? Come on, let's go.
How you doing?
I'm so proud of him.
And Mark Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. Just want to ask quickly about Mata, just getting a couple special teams player of the week honors recently, just how cool it is for you guys in the room to kind of see him get that recognition as he's kind of picked up his play the last couple months.
Yeah, Marta's been doing his thing. He's been working really hard at practice. I think we both kind of started the year like not how we wanted to, but I feel like we both turned it around. And yeah, he's doing his thing. It's been great.
Hey, Mark, you trained back at home with Mason Fletcher for the punter with Cincinnati. Were you able to catch up with him when he was out here at all?
Yeah, and his brother too, Max Fletcher's there as well at Cincinnati. So got to catch up with both of those guys. That was cool. And that was a fun game for me because that was my staff when I played at Louisville, that coaching staff. So it was really good to see all those guys and get
Oh,
a win
that's
over them.
wonderful.
Because you mentioned it, it wasn't the greatest start for you that you wanted for this season.
Yeah.
How have you kind of overcome that? And you seem like you.
I want to see how Tyler's
Yeah,
going
I
to do
feel
on
like I've been in a
defense
good
if they
groove the
put him
last
in
4 or
that
5
defense.
weeks. But just getting back to the basics, getting back to work during practice, just doing as much as I can, and just building that confidence back up. It was probably 2 or 3 punts that I really wanted back. But yeah, the last month or so, I've been in a good groove and yeah, feeling really good.
Mark, going back to Alejandro, you're his holder. What does that look like throughout the game when there's a big kick coming up? Are you somebody that talks to him? How do you approach that with him?
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. He says he's not locked in because he just doesn't want to think too much about his kicks, but obviously he is. But we kind of go out there. Sometimes we're just joking with each other, but yeah, I think that's why he's so good under pressure because he doesn't take it too seriously, but at the same time he's locked in. But yeah, he's been doing a great job. It's really good to see. And yeah, I can't wait to watch him do his thing next year again.
Mark, you said that when you came here, you wanted to boost yourself and get to the next level. I mean, just over the last year and a half, you've got 4 games left in this season. How do you feel like you've improved, and where do you feel like you still
So
want
y'all
to
think
get to
Mark
over the
gonna
next
get
couple months as you
drafted?
do prepare to go for the NFL?
Yes, sir. I feel like I'm the best in the country at pinning the ball inside the 10 with those
That's
end over
right.
punts.
You better claim it.
Yeah, that's really natural and easy for me.
Mark say, don't play with
I got to
him.
get more consistent with my spiral punting when we're back
They
up.
are.
But I feel like I've been in a good groove with that the last month. So that's where I got to improve. And I feel like I have recently. I just got to keep that going.
Hey, Mark, when we talked to Mata, he said that he has a superstition with cutting his hair. He doesn't cut his hair during the season. Do you have any similar superstitions on game day or things that you do to, keep the luck on your side?
No, I don't have any superstitions, to be honest. I mean, I have a routine, but I wouldn't call it superstition. I just go through the same warm up each week, but that's about it.
Don't tell them your business.
Mark, you've got a unique perspective, being a little bit older and certainly having been here the last 2 years. What have you seen are the biggest shifts for this program between where you are now at 6-2 compared to where you finished last year at 4-8?
Just the players we have understanding what we're trying to achieve and just the mindset. I mean, we all want to win.
Mindset is
and
everything.
I guess we wanted to win last year, but when things started to go bad, it was a flow-on effect and just got worse. Where this year we had a loss at Nebraska, but we really turned things around after that and got back to work.
Hi,
I think
Portia.
that's the biggest difference.
Specifically on that loss at Nebraska, what was the
We locked
change you
in.
noticed
We
coming
we
back to
watching
practice
the
the next week? Was there one?
presser.
I think it was just a wake-up call. Like we thought we're going to be really good
We're
coming
gonna
out
get back to
this
the
season,
show
and
after the
it was just a
presser.
wake-up call that maybe we got to work harder and we got to do more at practice and be more professional. And yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
So,
With the team reaching bowl eligibility and, Coach Prime saying, don't rank us, you guys are ranked now. For you as a leader on this team, how do you approach just kind of keeping guys focused and, week to week type of things instead of looking at the season goals?
yeah, so when we came back from the bye week, kind of all the talk was about other teams losing, and now we got a chance to do things this year. But the focus quickly shifted to this week. That's all we can control this week, and really each day we got to attack each day because you can't look too far ahead in this game because anything can happen each week in college football. You see upsets all the time, so we just got to lock in and practice as hard as we can, and that's kind of something I like to preach.
Just talked to Coach Prime. He said you guys had a really good practice today. Just from your perspective, what made today good, and just kind of what's the difference between a bad practice and a good practice?
I don't really know because when the offense and defense is doing their thing, I'm kind of off to the side working on my game, so I don't really watch a whole lot. But if Coach Prime said it was good, I believe him.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. Is this it? There what? How many minutes in? I don't want to miss nobody. Oh, DJ
How y'all
McKinney.
doing?
Okay,
Good.
nephew was here, y'all. DJ done clocked in. Today is a good
DJ
day.
was
We
good.
done got all
Steph
the
Curry for
good
the
nephews
DNVR.
up here.
We talked to Coach Livingston last week, and when I asked him about kind of the success, excuse me, of the secondary, he talked about the competition, week in and week out in practice between you guys. And talked to Colton last week too. He said he's sometimes watching film with Travis, and Travis like, I'm gonna pick that, and Colton like, I'm gonna pick that first. Just how would you kind of describe the competition, among you guys in that secondary, particularly in that cornerback room, as you guys balling on Saturdays?
Yeah, I feel like we always trying to one up each other. Like me, Preston, Travis, Colton. It's always like a little competition. So I feel like we just pushing the bar higher and higher for our
Yep, a
secondary
healthy
limit. Like
competition.
it really ain't no limit to us. Honestly, I feel like we the best secondary in the nation still.
That's right. Say it again. Say it again, DJ.
DJ, you play in a system where you're on an island on your
Yes,
own a
this is
lot.
live,
And
Matt.
that's hard
We
for a
are.
corner. Is
I
that something
paused
that you're
my
more
show so that
comfortable
I
with at
can
this point in the season than you were when you got here?
share
Yeah,
this over
definitely
here.
way more comfortable. Way more comfortable. Coach Mathis, Coach Prime, they just been harping on me more, telling me how to play better techniques, just making sure I'm in the right mindset, what to look at. So
This is
it's just been
live.
way, way more comfortable coming in for sure, especially this time during the season.
DJ, last season, this team was kind of searching for a second corner to step up alongside Travis. And then a couple weeks ago against Arizona, Travis really isn't a part of the game plan, but you, Preston, Colton, are kind of able to step up and have a good game. How much pride do you guys take in being able to kind of handle the game plan and handle the load in the secondary?
Like I said, we just hungry. We always hungry, always trying to one up each other, always trying to compete, no matter who we playing against. Like it really don't matter what receiver come out there, what formation, like what style of play they got. We ready to compete every down. So I feel like we just
That's right.
play off each other. We see uh each
Y'all
other make a
not
play.
worried
We try
about
to make a
nobody
play
else.
too,
All you
but we're not
doing is
really
being
chasing
better
play. We
than
just
yourself.
letting it
That's
come
it.
to us, really. So we just holding it down.
Hey DJ, I have a couple questions for you. First off, Coach Mathis, what have you learned from him, and kind of what makes him a good coach for you?
He's really opened up like the more mental part of it. I feel like, formations, tendencies receivers do, different techniques, styles. So I feel like it just makes it way more easier with Coach Mathis like telling me how to like just read my opponent.
That's right.
You were on a
And
team
y'all know
last year that
Coach
was pretty
Math
successful.
is the best
This team is trying to
DB
learn how
cornerback
to deal
coach
with that.
ever.
So what's the key to dealing with success?
I say just stay hungry, really. Just know what you're working towards, know what you want to do, and just keep after it. Stay hungry.
Hey, DJ Packer, Associated Press. Let's just say that the Heisman committee came to you and said, "Hey, describe Travis. Why is he a Heisman?" Well, why would you cast your vote for him? What would you say?
I would say, man, he just student of the game first, and then he just all out dog. Everything he gonna compete 100%. He gonna give you 100% every play,
Yes,
and
Coach
he just love
Mathis
the
is the
game. Like he
best.
love the game, and it's nobody else in the country doing what he's doing. I feel like the Heisman is for the best player in the
We're
country,
gonna
right?
talk about that
That's
today,
Travis Hunter.
y'all. Don't go
So
nowhere. I
yeah,
have all kind of receipts.
Hey DJ, it's your third year in the Big 12 now
This is
after two
auntie
at Oregon State. Just
commentary,
how much does that
not sports
experience, you reaching a
analyst
championship game
commentary. It's
last year,
different.
how much are you able to kind of share about that experience as you guys are trying to chase that goal yourselves?
yeah, we just see an opportunity for the taking. So we got to go get it. Really, 1 week at a time, 1-0 each week. That's how we look at it. Just stay hungry.
More questions? Hey DJ, just how do you guys, when you guys
He is
played a
very
passing team in
poised.
Arizona,
I
being up
love
by
his
27,
presentation.
you're approaching another team here in Texas Tech, loves to throw the ball. Just what is your approach personally and the secondary's approach going into this game?
We just got to make sure our preparation is on point. Know what we're looking at, know what we're gonna face. So really, I feel like the preparation side is way more important than actually just playing. So once we see it on film, we know what to look for in the game. So I feel like we just ready and just gonna go out there and compete every play, no matter who in front of us.
Hey DJ, when you transferred here this offseason, you wanted opportunity, you wanted a place where you could shine.
Right.
We kind of talked about that a little bit earlier in the year. Now, 8 games into it, why did Colorado make sense for you as a transfer? And why do you think it makes sense moving forward for maybe some of these other guys who have maybe already hit the portal and kind of looking around maybe where their next destination might be?
if you want a coaching staff that's gonna be honest with you, if you want to be around players that are as hungry as you, like if you really want to go to the next level, if you want to be around that style of play, NFL guys who've done it, seen it and done it, and know what to look for, and will help you develop. I feel like this is the destination. This is the best place you want to be. So I feel like this has been the best decision of my life, of one on where I want to go, which is the league. So yeah.
So you'd say it's lived up to your
Oh yeah,
expectations and
most
maybe
definitely.
surpassed them?
Definitely. Thank you, DJ. Sir, appreciate it.
Oh, DJ has a great presentation. I love his poise. I love his how he articulates himself. He did a wonderful job on his interview today, you guys. What do y'all think? Listen, okay, Jen, let's get back. I'm coming back. Hold on. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Can y'all hear me?
Is on.
My microphone.
My microphone is on. My
Can
microphone
y'all
is on.
hear me? Mac, we're gonna have to send you a iPad tutorial. So let me give you a quick tips on the iPad. The iPad is the same as your iPhone. It's just a big iPhone. So however you operate and navigate your iPhone, do the same thing on your iPad. Did you do that already? And the way to save links on your iPad is to copy them and paste them in your notes. And then it'll be there in your notes. Did that help you? Or you can click on the link and bookmark it into your browser. Bookmarking it digitally when you bookmark, you click that little star up there at the top of your browser, and it's going to save it in your browser, and you can always go back. I'm sick of him in that iPad. Jen, we're gonna try to get him one for Christmas or Blackmas or Black Friday, whatever he celebrate. We're gonna get him one for Hanukkah. That's what we're gonna do for Matt. I'm gonna have to go to the Goodwill and see if they got an iPad over there I can get you. Yeah. So let's continue on with the show, you guys. We had to take a pause for the calls real quick. Thank you, Jennifer, for letting us know that the presser was on because I was trying to keep up with it today, and I'm like, okay, they ain't came on yet, so let me go ahead and go live. Um, we gonna get them up for Kwanzaa, right? A Baragani. So, we're gonna take a couple minutes and speak about what we just heard and what we just saw. When we came to, for those of you who are just joining, welcome to my show. I am Discerning Goddess, and this is a live show today. This is a live show today, and I would like to say I don't do sports commentary. I am an auntie, so I do auntie commentary. I am in no way, in no shape, form, or fashion trying to be a sports analyst. I let those who know how to do it, mainly the men who do it so well, I leave that up to them. But over here, we just gonna do an auntie chit chat, and you all are the aunties and the uncles. So welcome to this space. Let's have a good time. And don't take everything too seriously, you guys. Don't take it too seriously. I do want to say welcome to the brunch break, though. You are somewhere this afternoon, wherever you are. You took a moment to tune in, and I appreciate you for that. If you're at work on your break or on your lunch break, I appreciate you for giving me some of your time. Just don't forget to hit like on your way in, and definitely hit it on your way out if you forgot. I appreciate that as well. And most of all, I appreciate you sharing my content. As I was having the little chat conversation a few days ago with one of my fellow mods, they want me to come on camera. Well, the incentive for me to come on camera is reaching 500 subs. I think I mentioned this in one of my previous lives. When we get to 500, you guys, I will be having a celebration and giving away $100 in Amazon um, gift credits for my subbies. So you have to be subscribed to win the Amazon gift credits. And when we get to 500, you all will have the pleasure of partying with me on live and seeing my face and getting to put my personality with my face. Put it like that. So get me to 500 and y'all get me on camera. Okay? And then y'all get me on camera and then we will set another milestone after that. I hope that is I hope I was able to explain that to you all. For those of you who have been sharing the show, I appreciate it. I do see every now and then I'll get a new subby here and there. So definitely appreciate that as well. So let's get back into today's topics. Thank you so much for being here. Um, we were talking about LeJohntay when we went to the presser. Wait a minute. What you say, Matt? When we get to 500, y'all will see me. We gonna hold you to that. Now, one thing I can't stand is a person that don't keep their word. Now, if I keep my word, you have to keep y'all, keep yours. But yeah, everybody can come on stage on the 500. We gonna have a party. I'm gonna make it real cool, very fun. I appreciate that, Matt. And so in the presser, when we first got there, they were talking to Coach Prime. We didn't catch it from the beginning, but we did get in the middle of it. And so let me try to scroll back. He was talking about how Travis was enjoying the ranch and well the Prime Ranch and how he was so comfortable, riding in the I don't know what he was driving in, one of those go-karts or sports SUVs on the property, how he was running after deer and he was just hoping to God that Travis didn't get hurt and things like that. And that goes to show that Prime is he's a wonderful coach. It's so much I could say about him being a coach and how he shows up in the lives of those young men, but we're gonna be here too long. And the fact that Travis is comfortable there and he is family. You can't even say he's a football player for Coach Prime. Travis, from going in there, taking Coach Prime's shoes, wearing them like they're his, showing up at the ranch and doing as he please, all of that. It's Travis Hunter standards. No disrespect to his father. No disrespect to Travis Hunter. But it's Travis Hunter standards as well, hyphen standards, because he's a part of the family. He live again? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Thank y'all for letting me know. Give me a moment. I don't see him. I don't see him live. What channel, Matt? Can you put the link in the can you put the link inside the chat for me? I don't see any live with him. I think he playing. Matt, I'm about to block you. I am about to block you so quick. Oh my goodness. No, you're not getting old. Stop it. So then after Coach Prime, we had Isaiah Augusta come on. He was very poised to he had great media training where they asked him a whole bunch of I call messy questions and some might consider trick questions, things to trip him up because it's the way that the media asks the questions. They're not really interested in talking to our boys. They're just there for information that they can twist and manipulate for a viral headline or that can switch the narrative in another direction. And he did ask him some type of question about Travis being on game day and how does he feel about that or is he happy? That was one of those questions where they're trying to look at his body language. They're trying to see what he's not saying. It's not about what you say, it's what you don't say. Did he leave anything to read in between the lines? So I don't like how the media is trying to create and foster division when it comes to our locker room because a lot of those questions are like that. They know better than to ask something like that to Coach Prime or even with Shador and Shiloh because they know better. And then after Isaiah came on, which I like his composure as well. I just need Isaiah to enunciate his words more clearly. And that's going to come with time. When he goes back and listens to himself, he's going to be able to course correct from moving forward if that's what he chooses to do. DJ McKinney came next, and I love DJ McKinney's composure. He was very poised, he was very articulate, and you saw him, he was very confident in his presser today, and I'm just impressed with both of them. Like, we've seen great pressers, yes, 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 but I'm just impressed with both of them. They look like they are ready to play, like they are locked in, and what's on their mind is winning the game. One of the journalists asked DJ or was it Isaiah about Texas Tech, right? And honey, that baby say only thing he's focused on is his own preparation. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Don't be trying to get them to give any bulletin board material to the team they're about to play. We're not that stupid. We're not that stupid. Like y'all, like I told y'all, I'm not an analyst, I'm an auntie. So auntie gonna come in here and check them from left to right in the way that I do. So I want to say great job to the communication staff, great job to the PR team, great job to everybody over there that is a part of preparing these young men to present themselves to the world, not just on the football field, but in front of the cameras as well. And we had an opportunity to see Travis on game day this weekend. And we know from history, Travis hates being in front of the media. He does not like doing media. He don't. He's always short. He's not going to show up, or when he's there, he's very short and succinct. Okay, he keeps it real short because he don't like it. But watching him on game day, we couldn't tell. Travis was comfortable. He was relaxed. He was communicating. He was having a conversation. Because usually with Travis, you ask him a question, you're gonna get an answer. That wasn't the case over there on game day. So we enjoy seeing that Travis looks like he was ready. Unfortunately for me, I really want him and Shador to stay one more year, if not both, at least one of them to stay one more year. But the more I see them, they are looking like they are leaving the nest, honey. They are ready to go. I'm ready to go. They ready to go. They ready to go. But I'm so proud of their growth. I'm so proud to see them on this journey and about to go over this rite of passage into becoming a young man and a professional football player. They're already professional college ball players, but adding that media training and how to not react in front of cameras and how to present yourself to the world, it just gives them that extra And we're going to talk about that extra when we get down into the Heisman conversation. But for now, let's continue on with this conversation about LeJontay Western. How y'all doing down there in the chat? How y'all doing? If I need to slow down, if I'm talking too much, tell me I'm talking too much. But I'm not looking at the chat, but I'm looking at the chat. I'm on my laptop, but my television is up so I can kind of see y'all. But yeah, you say Shiloh approves of this comment, LOL. Which one? Which one? Oh yes, sir. Shiloh is my number one nephew. If y'all don't know by now, go on my X account and I have him pinned at the top of my profile. Had to drink some water. Give me a moment. So with LeJontay, Coach Prime blessed him with number one. Now let's pause for a second, put a pin in it. We all know, we all are traumatized by the number one based on the experience we had with the number one last year. We really didn't know how to approach this number one this year. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel like Coach Prime didn't know how to approach giving out number one either. That's why it took so doggone long for him to give it to him, right? So we all agree and approve. We approve that LeJontay has been given number one, and we agree that he is well worth having the number one based on his performance, right? His first game, I think, was with Nebraska or whatever. He was like kind of nervous. It wasn't so good. But since then, nephew said, hold up, wait a minute now, y'all. What y'all not gonna do is drag me on these YouTube channels. And he has been turned up ever since. And I believe he's gonna turn up even more with that number one on his chest and on his back. Number one is his number. The thing is, LeJontay has been number one. The young man last year, he didn't really want number one. He wanted on number 7. So I don't know what the deal was with how everything matriculates. Don't be saying people name up in here, put their initials, how everything matriculates in from mind to execution. But it was like he was just not there mentally in Colorado. His body was there, but he wasn't there. So whenever we saw number one last year, it was like, come on, we want to see what number one gonna do. Well, I don't think we're going to have that problem with LeJontay. LeJontay is going to put on for CU. He's going to put on for Florida. He's going to put on for his city. He's gonna show out. And what I love about LeJontay is not just his skill and ability, but his effort. Just like Travis, when we saw Travis run somebody down from about 15 miles back and jump on their back, that was effort. And we know as coaches and people in athletics, efforts is something you cannot teach. Effort is something that's innately in you, that you really want something. You really want this. You want to be good. You want to be excellent in what you do. You want to win. So that's all effort based. So when we see LeJontay catching impossible balls literally on the ground, but coming up with a complete catch, that is all effort. And then the thing is this, LeJontay is somewhat smaller than most of his opponents, but he outplayed them every time. And that's no shade to him. That is all effort because in his mind, people may judge him by his size, but he shows up like a giant on the field. So with that being said, I'm super proud of him, and I love this moment that him and Dez Bryant had in Orlando when they played UCF. I'm sure being surrounded by all those great professionals and great athletes, they get to question them, or the athletes give them little keys and tidbits on how to be even better. So that's one of the reasons I love CU is because our nephews are surrounded by greatness that is pouring into their greatness. And for that, I will forever be. And I ain't ride or die for nobody. I'll tell somebody quick, nope, I ain't no ride or die. But for CU, I'm riding. I'm right. Okay, Devin Hester. Thank you for the correction. So, what y'all talking about? Matt be cutting up in these. Matt, thank you for being here. You definitely keep the chat going, but I see you in here cutting up. He should never gave OCM number one in the first place because why? He didn't do anything to help the team. I think him receiving number one was, was to encourage him to commit because number seven was taken. But like Coach Prime say, if you gonna have number one, you gotta be that one. And for a lot of us, we had seen him perform in high school. Uh-uh. Yeah. Why my son downstairs calling me on FaceTime? We had seen him perform in high school, but high school is different from college. And we didn't get to really see that translate over at CU. But that's in the past, and we're not gonna keep talking about that because it's not that I don't care. It's just irrelevant right now. So congratulations to LeJontay. We are elated and we can't wait to see you, LeJontay, put attach greatness to receiving that number one. I'm so happy that he has it because now that number one jersey will have a whole nother life attached to it. Like, because we were traumatized from last year. So LeJontay is about to revive number one. He's about to revive number one and give us something to cheer for when we see that number one. Now the question is that now that he has number one, who's gonna receive his number 10? Let me know in the chat who y'all think gonna get number 10. Who is Coach Prime gonna give that number 10 to? That's what I'm waiting to see because LeJontay pretty much like done put his whole stamp and his image and likeness and all his everything on number 10. Now he about to turn up and be Superman with number one. Yes, we will forget who had it before. Oh, okay. Maybe. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. We shall see. So moving right along, you know how people have their favorites. They have their players that they see a lot. So they basically now Jordan Seaton is live. Jordan, what you doing live? He live on Instagram, y'all. So someone came up with the cornerback trio of Travis Hunter, DJ McKinney, and Preston Hodge is as good as it gets in college football. I agree. But our nephew Cam came up and he said, hold on, wait a minute now. Y'all forgot one. Y'all forgot. Cam said, and Colton Hood. I'll put him against anybody every week. And that Cam, I'll put money in the bank. Sure will. Sure would. Cam ain't never lied because how you gonna talk about the cornerback room and not include Colton Hood? Colton Every time Colton is on the field, he's making plays. He's very impactful. You can't not notice Colton out there. And honestly, and I'm an auntie to all these young men, Travis, DJ, and Preston Hodge. I would, if I had to substitute one of them, I would definitely put Colton Hood in Preston Hodge place if I had to, because I be forgetting Preston out there to be honest. But we have more than three. We have four impactful and great athletes in terms of our cornerbacks. So great job for Cam for coming in with that correction. Give me one moment. Okay, I gotta slow walk it because I gotta make sure I don't forget anything. you guys. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay, so we're gonna go over here to Instagram real quick and get into some other business. Let me know when y'all can see the screen. Can you all see the Instagram screen? Okay. So shout out to CU Bus Football. Give me one moment. Let me get back to this fair use. We're going to review some of these accounts real quickly. So this is a part of Travis's his experience this weekend. Can y'all hear? I'm not sure why I don't hear nothing. Travis is a superstar. Like, how are you at somebody else's school? I know I'm screen recording it right now. Jennifer, I'm over here on StreamYard and screen recording Jordan over there on my phone. So this is Travis's experience from his Heisman rounds over on game day this past weekend. Okay, the live is over. And I don't understand why I can't hear. Stop sharing. Can y'all hear me? Okay, my sound is on. Okay. So with us approaching Texas Tech, yeah, Travis has the whole country cheering for him. The whole country. So if there's someone else saying anything other than that, they are paid to speak negatively of Coach Prime in the Colorado football program, or they are just plain idiotic. They just a fool. They don't have no sense. Okay, if they're saying anything other than they just I recorded Jordan while I was sitting here, but when Cam came out and added Colton to the trio of cornerbacks, um, Colton responded and he said, "I was starting in the SEC and came here to play for Coach Prime. That's really what it was, to play for my idol and best corner of all time, just to learn from him and learn what he knows. That's why I came, and I feel like it's been going well for me. I've learned a lot. Thank you, nephew, for standing on business. Thank you." Colton had to come out and set the record straight. You know, he had to let them know real quick, real quick. He said he came to play for the best and learn from the best. And I appreciate him for standing on business. So we have already seen what Colton can do. He done turned the boy upside down on the field. Colton done intercepted balls. And now I can't wait for the moment till he get his pick six, y'all. I'm gonna lose my mind because it's like he's always almost there, but he don't quite get it. So when Colton makes intercepts one of the balls and get back to the end zone, it's going to be a straight up circus because so many people are rooting for him just as hard as we're rooting for Jimmy, to get his game back. Colton is in there as well. Yes, ma'am. Salute to DJ. So, but one thing Colorado has that everyone knows, I believe our trenches has put the world on notice. Cam called them some animals. So somebody said block bully and Amari McNeil in the trenches putting in work. They ain't buffing around. That's a new word, buffing around. Okay, I could use that. All right, and that's on the defense. On the offense, we have giants like Jordan Seaton over there, Khalil Benson, Justin Mayers. Okay, I think we had Yaya in there. We got Kareem Harden. Can't forget about Cash Cleveland. Who did I leave out? So one thing about the team, yesterday's CU team is not today's CU team. Okay, last year, we struggled so hard with our trenches, but this year our trenches have showed up and showed out. Okay, show the buff out. How you doing, out of my mind? Peace, beloved. Welcome to the show. So the trenches said that the headlines and the media and the YouTube streets are not going to be talking mess about them. Phil Houston, yes. So them boys, it's personal every day and every week, in my opinion, when it comes to them, which is why you see Nikhil Hill Green acting up out there like putting people in a coma, and you see Bentley out there turned up way more than he was last year. It's definitely a crash scene out there, train wreck when it comes to our trenches, and I'm not mad at it. And I believe everybody else that who's competing against us, they know it as well. So if you playing scared, you better stay home. That's all I'm saying. If you playing scared, stay home. Stay home. Don't come out here because my nephew is gonna bust you up. Let me see what y'all talking about in these in this chat. You say when bully come in just made the defense more. Listen, they're disgusting. They're not nasty. They're disgusting. This is different. You say Tyler used to be the strongest on the team, but when Block showed up, so he was. I knew it was about. Oh yeah, and the thing about Tyler, he's a sweetheart, right? But just like Coach Prime described Shane Coates the other week, remember last week's presser? He said Shane is a good kid. He said, but I just want him to get a little dirty sometime. Give me a penalty every now and then. I've always seen Shane like that. I'm like, I like Shane, but he ain't no dog. So in other words, Shane ain't a dog. He's smart, he's intelligent, he's clean cut and stuff like that. He speaks well and he plays football well. But Coach Prime want him to get dog nasty out there. Dog, not D-O-G, D-A-W-G, out there when it's time to play. And that's what I be trying to explain. I don't know if my point is not getting across. Yes, we have great guys on our football teams in terms of their moral standard, in terms of their character, but I need for them to separate all of that when they start to play ball because they're showing up as nice guys and the other team is showing up to break their kneecaps and shins and end Shador's career. So you can't go to a war not ready to battle. You can't go to the battle not ready to win the war. And that's what I want them to understand. Yes, it's a competitive sport, but I need for y'all to act like y'all finna go fight every week and win. Don't come back to this house if you don't got your behind whooped. This is what I need for them to know in their head. Just as last week I told them when we were talking about these red hat people. Okay, y'all playing amongst a lot of the red hat children. And you don't think that daddies and mamas or uncles get them on the phone and say, you gonna play that Shador Sanders this week? I need to see you do something to the Shador. Baby, I need for you. Yeah, one time for the Tea Party. That's showing up for MAGA. I call them the children of the corn. They are some demons because it's a difference when we tackle them. Our young men tackle them correctly and with great technique, take them to the ground. But when they run there chasing Shador, they trying to knock his lights out in his entire career, not college career, his entire career. So I need for us to apply the same pressure. That's all I'm saying. Stop being nice to people who can't stand you. Stop being nice to people who are jealous of you. Stop being nice to people who are envious and have so much disdain in their heart. You ain't got to hurt them bad, but you need to back them up off you. And this is my message to the nephews. Okay, go out there and handle business, and then we'll deal with the rest. That's it. That's all. Let me get off my rant. But so our trenches this year understands the assignment. guess I guess that's my point. And I love every minute of it. Give me a second. So yes, the trenches understand the assignment. You said when I seen Sap on the field chewing back and swallowing it, I knew this defense was going to change. You listen, when I see Coach Sap, speaking of Coach Sap, he different and so is Coach Lewis. They are both great at what they do, but they have two different impacts and influences on that defense. First of all, I'm not gonna be mean. I ain't gonna say that. I can. I will know. The day will come when I will know just how much being around Coach Prime has influenced that. First of all, let me say he looks great. Like when he first came on, I was concerned about his health because of where he held his weight. When you're in the medical profession or you around health and wellness a lot, we know that based on where you carry your weight you have certain health concerns. So I was concerned about Coach Sapp based on how he carried his weight when he first got there. But if y'all haven't noticed, Warren Sapp is getting back to Warren Sapp. On behalf of the women, I want to say Coach Sapp is fine, honey. Coach Sapp done trimmed down. One day I was looking at Well Off and I was just looking, I didn't even know who I was looking at. I'm like, oh my God, that's Coach Sapp. My goodness. He looked good. The brother some of that weight done came off of him. His clothes fit better on him. I don't know what he doing. But don't stop doing it, baby. You look good, Coach Sapp. One time. And what I will say too is how you say speak for yourself. Whatever he do, he don't lost a lot of weight. What the day when I don't like no man that smoke now or chew tobacco. I don't do none of that. But this is how I'll know how much Coach Prime has influenced him. When I see him come back with some fresh veneers, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna throw my phone. Cause baby, when he go get them fresh veneers, I'm gonna be like, oh shoot, Coach Prime done dropped that dentist on him, told him to go see his dentist or his orthodontist. That's what time it is. But when Coach Prime when Coach Sapp do that, it's gonna be over. His wife gonna have to leave Tampa and move to Boulder, Colorado, cause honey, yeah. Y'all leave me alone. Real talking about, oh Lord. I have to tell the truth. And y'all don't want to say it. I'll say it. Coach Sapp you can see his transformation. Y'all got me over here hollering. His eyes tell you he's not playing with a fool that. Of course he crazy. I ain't saying I want to be my man. He ain't my type, but I'm saying he looks good. You can see his transformation. You say he ain't gonna pay for no veneers. Just stay up. That's back and listen. He better get him some new teeth. Oh goodness. Mac, we are pro men over here. Like, keep that to yourself. Somebody else is gonna wear glasses. Sometimes. What's the matter? Y'all don't see Coach Staff has lost some weight and his clothes are fitting him better? I know I ain't the only one that see that. Because when he first got there, he was like, you could tell he was, he wasn't his help. He wasn't really, he was used to laying around and sitting around the house. Dion got me talking like him now. I don't even cuss no more, baby. I would love not to cuss no more. I've been trying to stop cussing for 20 years now, but that's a whole nother story. But so with that, yes, Coach Sapp and Coach Lewis, they are great on the defense. One thing Coach Lewis gonna do is custom turn the hell out. Okay, I don't think I have ever seen a practice where he ain't jumping and stepping into somebody's tail out there on that field. Okay, Coach Lewis gonna get his point across, and I be scared, or I be ready to go out there and play defense. Child, don't know what I'm gonna do, but that's just how much impactful he is and how much an influence he is to those young men, which translates to when they are on the field. Their leadership is impeccable. And for that, I would give them a bow, take a bow, job well done to those coaches. I know there are more people on defense, like Robert Livingston, Coach Dancy, um, George Hilo. Who else am I leaving out? Oh, Coach Hart. Everybody provides something into that particular side of the ball on the defense that gets the results that we are witnessing. And I love every bit of it. I love every bit of it, you guys. But that's my spiel on defense, you guys. Y'all don't sit here and talk about me crazy because I said Coach Sapp is transforming right before our eyes. Now I'm gonna come back and do a Coach Sapp video because y'all got me, y'all tripping. Yeah, Jen's talking about he not gonna spend money on no veneers. I bet the school pay for 'em. Somebody go listen. Coach Sapp knows so many people. If he put it out there, it's a dentist will probably do his mouth for free. Am I wrong? You say you prefer, hey, Coach Sap. I guess I'm a Florida girl to my heart. I remember Sap from him and Lewis from Child. They like in my mind, he's like a friend of my brother's. So, but no, I guess I've seen him for so many years being right. I'm in Central Florida, so seeing him a lot of times in person, he looks good. He whatever Boulder is doing for him, it's a great thing that he went to Boulder. I like it. I like it. I actually love it. So Sap has money, but as long as he is chewing tobacco, it doesn't make sense to get new teeth. Well, he's gonna have to get the new teeth that's slick as oil, okay? So the tobacco can't stick to it. Sap is definitely not like he used to be. I want to get his health together because I was concerned when he first got there. I'm like, he got to fix that. He got to fix that. So let's move around. Let's get into this Heisman conversation, y'all. I would love to share my theory about our nephews. Give me one moment. Let me take a drink of water. I would love to share my theories about our nephews when it comes to this whole Heisman campaign, the whole Heisman, um, as we prepare for, see who's going to win the Heisman. You know, um, as we see here with Shador and Travis. So my thing is this. I've seen for a while how the media was going to try to insert themselves. I thought they were going to try to turn Shador and Travis against each other, but then I began to see the pattern on how the media was using Cam Ward and pitting him against Shador. I said to somebody way early in the season, the media is trying to turn Shador and Cam against each other, and they responded and watched it and said, "Watch that! They watch them do it too." And I hate that, but at the same time, here's my theory. Um, Shador and Cam have trained together. They have the same QB trainer. We all know that. Daryl from Select QB. Shador and Cam are both from Texas. They know each other's style. He said Cam Ward. Be honest, I don't think Shador cares about winning. Me either. We're gonna get to that. Cam Ward even said he doesn't care about the Heisman. He just wants to win. That's what they say now. But the media is going to do what they're going to do. Shador made himself very clear. He said, "I just want Travis to win. He's the best player in college football." As we saw in Shador's presser about a week ago, he said, "Listen, if Travis wins, it's gonna be just like I won. I'm the one that throw the ball to him. Bingo. Hello, you people out there who are trying to, promote Travis, which he should be promoted, who are trying to elevate Cam. Cam is a great quarterback, but in my opinion, is he as durable as Shador? And is he as athletic as Travis? I have not seen that. The question to you all who are listening to me, I agree. Cam Ward is a great quarterback. My question is he as durable as Shador and is he as athletic as Travis? Shador is a literally almost perfect quarterback, child. I ain't seen nobody who's more magnetizing and polarizing as Shador in a college football game in terms of quarterback. I haven't seen a quarterback as durable, when I say that, could take as many hits as Shador and still be on their game. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Cam go through all of that and still come back and be on and still be on his square and play his game. As with Travis, he's extremely athletic. We still haven't seen all that Travis can do. And we know Travis is full of surprise. He's literally the element of surprise on that team. We've seen Travis play both sides of the ball. We also seen Travis kick the ball and play around with being throwing the ball. He when Coach Prime says Travis is Travis, he means that. So when it comes to this Heisman conversation that tends to pop up and pit these young men against each other and their brothers and they are friends in real life, it's like, come on, y'all. Y'all just don't want to say something nice about Shador because that's the narrative. Don't give good news about Coach Prime and his sons. Say the opposite. So basically, that's what the media does. I agree. Matthew says Shador is right. Wait, let me go back up. Cam and Shador play alike. It will mean more to Travis to win, in my opinion. Shador is right. If Travis wins, Shador wins. Low key, that is true. He throws to him. Jennifer said Cam has not been tested like Shador has, and that's my point. He has protection, right? He has, and that's another thing. Okay, let's say Cam does great as a quarterback, right? But even with Shador this year and last year, Shador plays great with a even less of an O line than Cam has. So we expect Cam to be that way. But to see somebody still be great under pressure in the way that we watch Shador be over and over again, and now that the O line is better, he's even better. Um, yes, they are great. Like I said, Cam is a great quarterback. But in terms of this Heisman conversation, let's talk about it. Travis can literally play both sides of the ball in one game, ball out, then go play full court at a basketball game and ball out. Yes, Travis is definitely a unicorn. So let's talk about how Travis won this weekend. He's still winning in the media. And I had this brief conversation with you, Mac, in one of the chats where we was talking about, okay, Cam is a great quarterback, but Cam does not have a machine behind him. Okay, Travis and Shador both are talents that are represented by Smack Entertainment, and that's Constance Schwartz, her business over there. She's also over a lot of other athlete and prestigious celebrities. You have Michael Strahan over there, you have Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, and you have Coach Prime. They are all under Smack Entertainment, which builds them into the brand that we see all of them as. And she is doing it for Travis, Shador, and Jimmy, right? So Travis and Shador, in terms of their media, their social media fingerprint, as well as their media image and their brand, is they have the help of Smack Entertainment and whatever representative they have been assigned to make sure that Shador is placed well in the media, that Travis is placed well in the media, as is Jimmy placed well in the media when it comes to their NIL, their image, when it comes to how they present themselves, and whatever opportunities that they are competing for, i.e., the Heisman Trophy, right? Follow me on that. So, what I say, and that is the machine or the assistance and support that Travis and Shador has. But being that they have that, you guys, it doesn't come for free. It doesn't come for free. So whatever NIL, I don't know how their incentive packages are set up. I don't know how the pay, maybe they do 20% of this and 10% or 15% of that. However, the fact that they are in the mindset of investing into their future, into their professional career, they don't mind giving up that 10 to 15, 20% to their sports agency, i.e. Smack Entertainment. So I see a clear difference when I look at Cam, when I look at Shador and Travis. I say Cam doesn't have a machine behind him. I don't know if he's been presented or someone came to him and say, "Hey, let me represent you," or you need someone behind you to, put your talent out there to get you out front. I don't know if the University of Miami has their own department, but they ain't helping him. Or it could just be that Cam does not want to come up off the bread. He don't want to pay nobody for something like that. So it kind of makes me say, when I hear people talk about, oh, just because they all on TV, that's Shador, that's Deion Sanderson. No, the truth of the matter is this: Shador and Travis are investing into themselves. Okay, that's it. That's all. They have made the decision. Yes, I get this much NIL, and I don't mind peeling off this amount to allocate to my marketing team, to my management team, to whoever is going to help me. All they got to do is play football. I can tell you right now, there are people in 5 different installations or departments doing something completely different for each and every one of them. They have a team. So I don't know if Cam has invested into a team or somebody has invested into him, but there's a clear difference. And this is why I say Travis and Shador have a competitive edge, because while Cam was playing football this weekend, Travis was sitting back relaxing, still all over TV, still getting into the hearts and minds of the people, and still garnered way more views than the Miami game. All because they have the right team behind them, and that's what gives them a competitive edge. And they have invested into him in a way that has made him comfortable in front of the camera. Y'all know Travis hate being in front of the camera, but we could not tell by watching him this weekend that he just a couple of weeks ago he didn't want to be in front of the camera. But because He's invested into himself. He has a team around him that makes him feel comfortable. They are going to do the work. All he has to do is be the talent. He has bought in to, okay, this is what it is going forward. I don't see that with Cam. When I see Cam do an interview, he rough around the edges. Cam look rough. Now, y'all know I'm a person. I'm very physical. I compare a lot of things when it comes physically. Okay, if you go back to Travis a few years ago, Travis didn't have the best teeth that were aligned. Travis has done a lot of investing into his image. Travis, in my opinion, has he wears or has been wearing Invisaligns. His teeth have straightened out dramatically. Um, Travis last season had a really bad acne issue, which is not uncommon when it comes to football players. I have two in my house, and in high school, one of my sons had terrible acne from sweating and playing in the football equipment. But this year, you can tell Travis, his skin is different. That comes from somebody on your team or somebody in your household that loves you, that is helping to invest in you all around. Because when you are an athlete, you ain't worried about your damn skin. You're not worried about getting your teeth straight. But if you have proper advisors and people consulting with you, telling you how this is going to help in the future, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, okay, and you listen and you listen. See, this is all about being coachable and going to the next phase. See, when we were talking about number one last year, he didn't want to listen to nobody for no reason, for nothing at all. Travis is well groomed. You are completely right, Matt. He has been, he's not just a star football player, but he's listening to and taking direction when it comes to his physical appearance, to how he presents himself and articulate himself. All of that. All of that is preparing him for the next level in the NIL, in the NFL, as opposed to Cam Ward. I don't see much effort pouring into him. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be no Heisman. What I am saying is he don't compare to Travis. Travis, and he just needs to invest in himself to get himself a good look, not just on the football field, but outside of football as well. That's where I'm at with this. That's my theory. That's my opinion. And as somebody who works in PR, that works in the communication industry, I would have loved to have my hands on Cam when he was in high school. So by the time he got to become a freshman or sophomore in college, he would be ready for this. We would have already done the work. All he had to do is be the talent and show up. That's it. But Cam is either refusing to invest in himself or he doesn't have the right team around him or the people around him. I can tell that when I looked on the sideline, I just saw coaches that wanted him to win, that wanted him to play good football. I saw that. And that's the difference between Coach Prime and those other coaches. If you come to Colorado and you are talented and you are coachable, and you and your parents or whatever you are willing to sit and take a listen, you will go far in NIL, in building your image going forward. That's the difference between Coach Prime and all those other coaches. All those other coaches, you are just property to them. You are just talent until you're not. And when you're not, then it's on to the next and next man up. And you fall back down into the depth chart until you disappear. That is not the case with Coach Prime. And I don't know how many times we got to say this. What the difference is, Coach Prime and the other coaches. There are 1,100,000, 200,000 differences when it comes to Coach Prime and those other head coaches. That's my point. And if you want to argue, I'll send you the link and we can argue about it. Let me see what y'all talking about in here. He totally trusts Coach Prime. That is true. That's why Shador cut his hair. Exactly. And I said that in the beginning too. When Shador cut his hair, it was definitely a business move. You know, it was business. It was for marketing, and for a whole lot of other reasons. You know, Kim has something to prove. That's why when he was in Miami with Shador training, it looked like he was trying to prove a point to Shador. It was kind of cringe, but he's very good. Yes, and that did make me look at him sideways. I'm gonna be honest with you, because him and Shador are friends and they know things are being recorded. And I feel like if there was something he was trying to get through to Shador, some things can be off camera because it did look like he was being extremely nasty or something to Shador. But that's man stuff. I'm pretty sure Shador held his own, but it didn't look good for Cam and the way he was speaking to him. And then when you know the backstory, it's like you really look crazy right now, Cam, because the backstory is he just was very ungrateful. So with that, our nephews stay winning, and even if you're not the star on the team, you're talented enough to stand in your own light. Um, since the Cincinnati game, Travis it said the first player in the Big 12 history to win in both defense and offense for the week. So Travis Hunter's PFF grades as receiver after the Cincinnati game. I can't see. Hold on one second. I have to drop this banner down. After the Cincinnati game, he was the 84.8% offensive grade and eighth overall. And as a cornerback, he was 85.9% defensive grade and eighth overall. So he was literally the player of the week on both sides of the ball, which is amazing, and in some cases impossible. You know, I was speechless because his ability, and his level of athleticism to keep that up is just amazing. So Travis is now after that game, he was the Paul Horning Award Player of the Week and honor roll. So he had both of those, both of those acknowledgments and honors. Give me one moment. He was also the Maxwell Award on the Maxwell Award watch list. Um, Maxwell Player of the Week, 132 snaps. I can't see. Hold on one second. I'm waiting for it to come up. So Travis played the life out of the ball. He was 132 snaps, nine. Hold on, I can't see. It's so small. 9 reception, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, I think, if I'm reading it right. 2 tackles, and I think it says 4 pass breakups. Um, but it all in one week, you guys. All in one week. To us, they're just playing football, and at the end of the day, the next day they wake up and they have broken records, received acknowledgments, and in every he's their conversations, their names are in conversations all over the place, from people's kitchen table to the media outlets, all over social media, debates and everything. He's also the Jim Thorpe Award semifinalist. Um, so which is awesome. And Shador is the Davy O'Brien Award class of 2024. He's also acknowledged for that as well. So these young men should be continually praised and congratulated, because I know this is not easy. And they're doing all of this under the scope of uh, scrutiny, lies, and all kind of mess. They're being extremely athletic and great in what they do, and in the midst of all of this mess. So, all right, I was trying to do something, but it won't let me be great. So that's bringing us to an end. Unless y'all want to come up and join the conversation, we can discuss some more. If you have questions or comments, continue to put them down in the chat. But that was my theory, my opinion when it comes to how Colorado just wins it all. Not simply because we have talent, but because we have great coaches, great advisors, and many of our players have invested into great management that is also supervised by Coach Prime and his staff. Um, when you have guidance, that gives you the competitive edge in any room, in any industry, in any place. Especially, see, if you can have guidance, is different from you having guidance and taking the advice, taking the instruction. And that is the difference between a lot of our young men and who they compete against. So I would say this to Cam Ward: if you have not invested into yourself, if you have not taken the time to find you proper management, go ahead and do so now, because you're going to need it. And I would say, ask Shador and Travis who they got. It ain't going to hurt to be managed by the same company or the same team. You know, you're gonna have your own personal manager. I think Smack Entertainment has gotten Coach Prime, Snoop Dogg, and Lil Wayne very far in their careers, and they're getting ready to do the same with this next generation of young men. So how y'all doing? How y'all feel over there? Let me see what y'all talking about. He said Cam was upset. He was late to the practice and what needed more to go over the time. He got upset. Yeah, you did explain that to us one time, Rev. And that's the thing. That's why I say it was very ungrateful of him to express his to have that reaction to Shador when again when they go on these little training events on their bye weeks and on the off season, they're really doing each other a favor, right? Shador going all the way to Miami, and all the other the receivers who take the time out of their life to go down there and train as well as other quarterbacks. They're doing each other a favor. Now, if Shador really wanted to pull rank, right, Colorado is the best place to train. NFL players from all over train in Colorado on the off season because it builds their lung tolerance. It increases their endurance. It gives them the endurance they need to sustain themselves and be better than their competitive. If Shador wanted to pull rank, he could be like, unless they come into Colorado, I ain't going nowhere. But that's not how Shador is. So to have called a training in your city and everybody pack up and go to support you, and then you show up late, so late that the training is almost over, and then have a problem with people because they want to take a break, it's very ungrateful to me. But I hope they were able to get past that, because I'm not. Because I think him owe him an apology. You said bye week. Trap was fishing, wearing cartoon PJs, playing Madden, and stealing Coach Prime car. Exactly. Listen, and that's another thing. I was trying to play. You can tell when I've been talking too much. Let me drink some water. Hold on. I was trying to play the clip from Media Day when Travis was over there at during his rounds on the stage, when Nick Saban asked him two questions. Nick Saban asked him about his NIL, and Nick Saban asked him about how much does he practice. That wasn't because he was trying to get to know Travis. Nick Saban was being messy. Nick Saban is the first person to accuse Coach Prime of paying Travis to go to JSU. He started that. He put that dog whistle out there. Nick Saban did that. And Right, exactly. He did want Travis to go over there, but he didn't. So for him to still be asking that question is crazy to me because Coach Prime has said over and over again, as well as Travis, they ain't pay him no money to go to Jackson State. I mean, the NIL probably came later, but Coach Prime or Travis, one of them said one of them schools offered Travis $1 million not to go to JSU. One day we might find out which school it was, but Travis still came to JSU. And that speaks a lot about his moral character. That speaks a lot about him and his desire to be coached by Coach Prime. Because you can have a winning program, but do you have Deion Sanders? You can have a winning program, but do you have the experience of NFL staff on your coaching staff? You can have, we'll see. Because year by year, season by season, we're seeing their improvement, not a little by little, drastically. Last year and this year is a drastic difference when it comes to our team. Let's go all the way back. The 1-11 team and last year's team, drastic difference. We did 4-8. This year we have already passed our milestones. We are literally in the bowl, eligible. So, like Coach Prime said, and I forgot to pull up that clip because it was supposed to be part of the show. Get me now. He meant that. I don't know. I'm my athletic days are way over, but in corporate, I'm very particular about the work that I put out. And one thing I can't stand is to put in subpar product. Okay. If anybody on my team is lacking or needs too much assistance, no, baby, go. They have to be politely dismissed because you're not gonna make me look bad. So what's called prime? Because we are not just. I'm not doing this for me. I represent this company, and I have all of these other people around, and we all compete with each other for this or that. So we hate showing up like we ain't got it together. So Coach Prime this year is his year. He's showing y'all. I told y'all last year. This year I'm showing y'all we got it together. And guess what? Next year and then on, it's gonna be even. We're gonna be right there. Last year they were a diamond in the rough. This season we see the greatness, and this is what they were afraid of. One, that this black head coach is gonna show up who has been competing all his life. Coach Prime has been a competitor all his life. It ain't gonna change now that he a coach. And then they're afraid of every little black boy in high school gonna want to go play for that black man. They're gonna lose their access to talent. That's the truth of it all. That's the truth in the matter of it all. If we want to say what it is, say what it is. It is what it is. That's exactly what it is. So what better way to ruin or try to ruin the possibilities of recruits is to continue is put propaganda out there, tell lies, flat out lies in the media, or try to affect the draft stock of his best players and his children. And that's what's going on. When you tell a lie on the program, and then people who don't know no better, they believe everything they hear and see on TV. They just believe it. Then in their minds, like, I'm not going to that school, or you're a parent, like, no, you're not dealing with that. It's a circus over there. When actually it's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. Let me see what y'all talking about. You said I 100% bet that the only reason why Saban left is because the NIL and he didn't get what he wants anymore. Those boys were going to other schools. Exactly. It was very competitive. And you have to, like I told y'all last week, I was having some issues with stunt in my growth in terms of my career. I had to go back to my director and be like, look, no, I need to get some more professional development training because something ain't adding up. So as a head coach, if you can't compete in this NIL environment to recruit, then you have to go back to the table. You have to get people around you that know how to strategize effectively. And that is what Coach Prime has mastered. He has staff around him, starting with that recruitment department over there with Corey and them. And then he has the other staff around him that they know how to strategize and build a blueprint, a formula moving forward that's going to win recruits, that's going to win parents, that's going to win games. It's so many levels to this. And it takes intentional effort to get it done. You just can't get up and get up, put your clothes on every day and feel like I'm just gonna go to work. I don't feel like working. No, I'm pretty sure every day is a work day for everybody, and they earn their check over there. That part of the job description that says, um, and other things as needed. Everybody over there doing something extra plus what they're supposed to be doing. He said, I remember when Coach said, "Get me now," and I felt that. Me too. I felt terrible for him. But I felt that. You said, I've been watching Prime for a long time and I knew it was coming. Oh, absolutely. Listen, I'm just happy to be witnessing the moment, which is why I was like, I can't be quiet no more. I got to turn on this YouTube and start talking. Yes, Jen, all the extra. Listen, I can't stand the extra. I'm so terrible about extra because when I realized my extra included me moving tables and chairs, when I realized that, I went to my boss and said, I need an assistant. I need an assistant. She said, why do you need an assistant? I was like, well, um, the things that you all are asking me to do requires me to be in my office. And when I'm in my office doing that, I am not out in the field doing what I need to do. So that's what I told her. But for real life, I need an assistant. When they come and tell all staff to show up because we need to set up tables and chairs, I don't touch nobody's tables and chairs, and I don't touch no box. I ain't no damn mover. But I would not say that out my mouth. Extra, all the extra stuff, and that's the last line. On the descriptions of job descriptions and opportunities. Go all over. Don't even start to the front. Go down to the bottom. Read the last line. And all other duties as needed. That stuff you ain't even sign up for. But it's all good. I can promise you that everybody on that staff and CU football, the support staff, coaches included, everybody is hands on deck with all other duties as needed. And that is why they are so great. And I am mad at them. I'm super happy for Coach Prime. Welcome, Jen J. Welcome, welcome. So I see that we have let me see something. If you guys, we have come to the end of our show, but I want to thank you for being here. If you have not, if this is your first time here, I am Discerning Goddess, and I am not a sports commentator. I am a sports auntie, and I love talking about sports and how well our children do. So please don't come over here looking for commentator stuff. But if you want to listen to me talk about how great our nephews are, I sure will. Yes, this is the end thing. I'm so sorry. You should have made your presence known, brother. We're 2 hours and 11 minutes in. And y'all know I can't speak that long because I'll start losing my voice. I'll start losing my voice. But thank you for showing up for me. I appreciate y'all for being here. And I always tell you I love you for your support, and I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you were not here for last week live, I did do a thank you to everyone who did send some support and resources to me and my family for the hurricane. So maybe go back to the beginning of that live to see if you were mentioned or if your information was there. I appreciate you guys. Also, just a little update. FEMA finally came. FEMA finally came to my house yesterday. FEMA came yesterday, took pictures, did videos. I answered all them questions, right? And then not this week Saturday, but next week Saturday, my adjuster. How long did Hurricane Milton happen? October the 8th or 9th? And it's almost a month later. FEMA is just getting here. And the adjuster won't be here until 2 weeks from now. So not this weekend, but next weekend. The adjuster for my insurance company. So listen, y'all, it has definitely been um an adjustment, but it's okay. I'm making it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm being patient, but I can tell you this much though. When I get this house together and do these repairs and do some more renovations, I'm putting it up for sale, and I'm definitely researching other places to move. So That's it. That's all. So thank you everybody for looking out to me. I will say this, there's no family like your online family. And I pray to God that he continues to bless each of you and bless me to be a help to you like you have been to me. So with that being said, I want y'all to have a great day. Did y'all go vote? Where are my voters? Oh, thank you, Thig. Thank you, Thig. Thank you so much. Did y'all go vote? I don't care who y'all voted for. Did you get out there? Because the way I see it is my vote is my voice and my voice matters. One thing that just gets on my nerves is being around people who want to complain about what's happening, but oh, I feel like I have to vote because there are certain things that I'm a part of that my seat at the table, my seat at the tables that I sit at. I'm waiting on my they require me to have expressed myself in the voters booth. So I hope we get some change and we will see. So with that being said, um great job. Appreciate that. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy your evening. Y'all be safe out there because it's going to be a bit thick. The energy is going to be thick. The air is going to be thick. People are going to be different, not just today, but when all those results come in, regardless of what side. Okay. So be safe. Take care of your families and move smart. I will see you all in the next video or in the next chat.